Hello everyone, welcome to episode 2 of Art Time with Mr. Gabe. Okay, third graders, your art class this week is not lots of animals like it was last time, but just one animal. And that is a very beautiful sea creature. I've been speaking with Miss Layla, you see, and she told me about your, in your English classes, you're doing this project called Inspired by the Sea. So I chose an animal that I think is a really beautiful animal, a sea creature, and that is a Hawksbill Turtle. Maybe some of you have seen one of these animals for real in the wild. I was really lucky when I was snorkeling at Canyon Island, and I got to see one there. Anyway, alright, so not just last week we did lots of different animals, and this week we're just going to do the one, and we're going to concentrate on more detail, and I hope that you make some beautiful pictures after today's class. Alright, so the first thing you're going to do is change how you hold the pencil. Not like this, not like how you normally hold it for when you're drawing detail or for when you're writing, but instead you're going to hold it like this. And you're going to try and draw with the whole arm. Do you see this? See how like this part of the arm is moving, my elbow is moving, and even my shoulder is moving. So this is a new technique for sketching. Sketching is when you're kind of just drawing like rough ideas, or you're drawing quickly. Holding like this is very good for details, but holding like this is very good for sketching big shapes. In fact, why not just practice like this before we even start drawing our turtle? Just practice like this, drawing shapes and doing a light touch, not pressing hard. You can draw any shapes you like, moving the whole arm. How big can you draw a circle? How small can you draw a triangle or a square? I quite like this. It's like an abstract picture. I could colour that in too and make that into something. But I'm not going to do that right now. When you feel like you've had enough practice doing that, you're going to start drawing your turtle, and you're going to start by drawing an oval shape. A bit like an egg. The reason I go round and round and round is because I want to just try and get the best oval I can, and because I'm pressing so lightly, it doesn't matter, I can easily erase it. Alright, then we need a circle. Just like last week, we made the animals out of shapes, didn't we? This time it's similar, but we're going to do much more with just one animal this time. Alright, so the shapes of the arms and legs, or they're not really arms and legs, are they? They're like, what are they? They're flippers. Shape of these flippers, like two curving lines. Something like that. There we go, easy to erase because I only pressed lightly. That looks pretty good. Just going to join the head up with a neck. And that's all there is to it to get the basic shape of your turtle. Alright, next thing we're going to do is a circle for the eye. Pretty much goes in the center of this head here, and we're going to divide that eye with two little eyelids, and we're going to put a mouth. It's a bit like the beak of a bird, the turtle's mouth. Okay, the next thing that we need to do is draw a line that follows this curving line, the bottom of the shell, And it starts small and it gets a bit bigger. And then it goes around and up. And that, something like that. That looks pretty good. And now we're going to divide it up into sections. Alright, and then we're going to go from the back point to right about here. So it's from the back corner, not to the top corner, but down a little bit, kind of level with where the mouth is. And we're going to do a zigzag line. Like that. And then we're going to go up from every point on that zigzag and down from every point on that zigzag. That makes the pattern on the back of its shell. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is just, at this stage, just as much as I can, tidy up. So we're going to do some erasing and just look for those spots where there's some overlapping lines, so we can take some of them away just to see what the picture looks like when it's neatened up a little bit. Good. Now we're going to add our first colour. I'm going to be using markers, but you can also use coloured pencils too. I'm starting with this colour, which is like a very light tan colour, and I'm going to colour in the whole turtle with this colour. Okay, that's it. Now, it doesn't matter if your colouring in is a bit scribbly. In fact, it might even add to the style of the picture. Also, notice what effect it has when I change direction of my colouring here. It kind of adds to the pattern, doesn't it? It makes the shell, like the different parts of the shell, look different from each other. So that's quite a good trick. Alright, next I'm going to put in a few places some like a brighter kind of yellow. And this brighter yellow is just going to appear in some places on the shell. Okay, so next colour is going to be this much darker brown. I'm going to start with the shell first of all. The way to get this right, really right, is to leave gaps, because the lines that separate the different sections on the shell are not dark lines, they're light lines. Let me show you what I mean on these sections. So we're just going to So where I drew those pencil lines to separate the sections, I'm leaving a little space. Does that make sense? Maybe if I just make those edges a bit straighter, you'll see more clearly. Okay, And now we do the same thing on the back of the shell, but the back of the shell has this really cool pattern, and it's not going to be colored in brown all the way, so it's just going to be like patchy. Alright, so the pattern on the flippers and also on the head is going to be different. It's a little neater. It's more like this pattern that we did around the edge of the shell, but it's not just regular kind of rectangles. It has lots of different shapes. Now moving on to the head, the neck doesn't have any of these patterns, and the sort of bottom of the mouth doesn't really have too much either. The beak, just a little bit. I'm going to start there, the beak or the mouth, and it's really just on the top of the head where the turtle has these patterns. Alright, so if you had like a lighter brown, this is a good place to use it. It's a little bit lighter. I'm just going to add some shadow here. Yep. Now, if you also had thinner markers, I've got similar colors here to the ones I've been using. If you had thinner markers, here's how you can add a whole extra level of detail to your picture. The turtle has sort of like skin texture here. Just going to draw that in. Like a wrinkly neck. Let's see if these, yeah, it just adds a little bit more. That colour's probably it's a bit too light. I'm not sure if you can see that coming through on the camera, but it is adding just a little bit extra. Let's try this one. Yeah, that one's good. See how we can build up this kind of scribbly pattern. I'm going to just go around this edge too, just to tidy that edge up. That looks good now. See how you can be quite kind of scribbly all through this picture, and it looks good. Alright, there's my Hawksbill Turtle. I hope that you enjoy making your own pictures like this, and I really want to see them. I want to have a big collection of turtles when we get back to the classroom. So keep your work safe and bring it back to school when we finally get back.